Guys, today we're taking a look at the YUNZII X98 keyboard and pairing it with the YUNZII C1 mouse. Now, one is a clear 96% mechanical keyboard that exists to show off RGB, and the other is a tri-mode mouse with a slightly unusual silicone top that's meant to mould to your hand. So the question is this just a flashy desk setup, or is it actually usable day to day? Well, stick around, I'll be back in just a few seconds. What's up YouTube, Dave here with See Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. We make lifestyle videos and all things tech, so if that's your kind of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon so you could be notified of new videos. So guys, yes, today we are taking a look at the dual setup of a cool RGB keyboard, which I have to say is a bit of a gamer's delight, and this rather nice, pretty, soft feeling wireless mouse. Now, before we get into it, YUNZII did send both of these over to me for me to take a look at and to give you my honest opinion. And guys, you know that whatever I review, you're always going to get my honest opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. So let's get them both out of the box and see what we have. So guys, starting with the X98 keyboard. Now, in the box, you get the keyboard itself. You get a braided USB-A to USB-C cable. You get the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, which I've got to say, took me a while to find because it's not that obvious, but it's actually under the metal plate on the bottom of the keyboard. That's held on with a magnet, so you just click that up and the dongle is inside. Also guys, you get a keycap and switch puller. You get some spare switches and a few extra keycaps, of course, with the usual paperwork. Everything you'd expect for this kind of setup. Now, it's fully transparent and you can get it in clear or with a pink tint. I've got the completely clear one, which means if I just flick that switch, the RGB is going to do most of the talking here. Now guys, with the C1 mouse, inside you get the mouse, you get a charging cable, and tucked underneath in a little covered enclosure, you get the 2.4 gigahertz wireless dongle, and that's about it. Now guys, let's start with the keyboard. The X98 is a 96% layout, so you're still going to get your number pad, your function row, and your arrow keys, but it's all pulled in just a little bit tighter than a full-size board. Now, if you work with numbers or shortcuts but don't want a massive keyboard taking over your desk, then this layout makes a lot of sense. Build-wise, yeah, it's plastic. It's not aluminium like the AL80 that I recently reviewed, but it doesn't feel flimsy. There's internal foam for sound dampening, and it hasn't got that hollow echo that you sometimes get from cheaper boards. Typing feels solid. It's not ultra premium like a custom board, but you know what? It's smooth, it's consistent, and perfectly usable for work or gaming. And something else I think is cool, it's hot-swappable, so you can change the switches without having to get the dreaded soldering iron out. And guys, because it's fully clear, those RGBs absolutely pop. I mean, if you're a gamer into lighting effects, you're going to have plenty to play with. And you know what? If not, well, it's a great keyboard in its own right, so you can tone it down or even turn it off, leaving you with a cool and slightly futuristic looking keyboard. And guys, when it comes to connectivity, you get tri-mode. That's Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz wireless, and wired via that USB-C cable, and all selected by a physical switch on the back, which, you know what, I definitely prefer over memorizing key combos. Now, battery is 8,000 milliamp hours, which is generous, and even with RGB on, you're not going to be charging this every 5 minutes. And another nice touch is the volume knob at the top corner. Now, this is multifunctional and it's clickable, and you know what, you can do things like playback, pause, and whatever. Now guys, let's talk about the C1 mouse. This is also tri-mode. It's Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz with the included dongle, and wired via USB-C. You can pair it up with free devices and switch between them using the button underneath. Now, DPI ranges are from 800 up to 4800, and you can adjust that all in software, which is pretty neat. But the real standout feature is that silicone top. I know, who would ever think that a silicone top would be a standout feature? But you know what? It is. And when you press down on it, there's a slight give which cushions into the palm of your hand. I mean, it's not squishy, squashy, whatever in a weird way, but it does feel solid and it feels softer than a typical hard shell mouse. Now, at first, I wasn't sure about it, but you know what? After a bit of use, it actually feels very comfortable, especially for longer sessions. Also, you know what? I would happily travel with it as it's really lightweight and responsive. And on 2.4 gigahertz, I didn't notice any lag at all. There's also companion software which you can tweak DPI, reprogram buttons, and that is actually quite cool. So as a pairing, these two actually make sense. They're both tri-mode, they're both wireless, and they're both a little bit cool. They're clearly aimed at someone who wants their desk to look interesting, but still wants it to be functional. So guys, there you have it. The YUNZII X98 and C1 make for a very bold looking desk setup. This keyboard gives you a compact 96% layout with strong RGB and good battery life. The mouse adds multi-device flexibility that is, cool, and it's got that slightly unusual silicone top, which, to be fair, you know what, the more I used it, the more comfortable I got with it. But if you like clean, minimal, blacked out setups, this probably isn't for you. But if you want something that stands out, and this stands out, without sacrificing everyday usability, this combo does a pretty decent job. And guys, at the time of this video going live, you could pick the keyboard up for about £90 and you could pick the mouse up for about £40. Now, they are discounted on Amazon, so if you click over there you'll find some discounts. I'll leave some links in the description. I'll also leave any further links to any other discounts if there are in the description. And guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and if you like the video then please give it a thumbs up. It really does make a difference. And if you'd like to see more of my content, then please subscribe and click on the bell icon so you can be notified of new videos. Thanks to you guys for watching, and thanks to YUNZII for sending me these cool bits of tech to review. I'm Dave with Seen Through a Lens, and I will see you the next time. Bye for now.